This video might get an angry response out of people. If you are easily upset, please stop watching. I'm going to repeat that. If you are easily upset, please stop watching. I'm telling you to stop watching. Hello, my fam. It is Perez, the queen of all media, the original influencer, and as I've shared with you, beloved TV personality, Chef Anne Burrell, died tragically yesterday. A 911 call was placed for somebody suffering cardiac arrest. By the time first responders got to her Brooklyn home, she was pronounced dead on arrival, unresponsive. Her death was sudden and tragic. She was just 55 years young. I understand her family are grieving, and I'm still going to share this with you. I think I don't even want to put a word onto it. Let me just share with you. Anne married her husband, Stuart Claxton, who works in marketing, in 2021. And he just started a GoFundMe, remembering Anne, a beloved chef's farewell. I don't know if you noticed this, but her husband has set a goal of $100,000. What does he need $100,000 for? I don't know Anne Burrell's finances, but surely she had at least enough to cover her funeral expenses. She was a personality on the Food Network for many, 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 many years. She also made money from live appearances and other ways. Her husband says, "My name is Stuart Claxton, and it is with a heart full of grief and love that I share the news of my beloved wife, Anne Burrell's passing. Anne was my partner, my best friend, and one of the most passionate, joyful, and generous souls I've ever known. To the world, Anne was a star, a brilliant chef, a beloved TV personality, and a mentor to many. But to those of us who knew her best, she was so much more. She was a loving wife, sister, daughter, stepmother, and friend. Her smile could light up a room, and her laughter had a way of wrapping everyone around her in warmth. Anne lived with her whole heart. She brought people together with food, joy, and fierce authenticity. Whether you were a viewer on the other side of the screen, a fellow chef in her kitchen, or a loved one sitting across the dinner table, she made you feel seen and loved." Under Why We're Asking for Support, Anne Burrell's husband explains, Anne's passing was sudden and heartbreaking, confirming for the first time that her family was not prepared for this. It was sudden. He continues, "As we navigate this profound loss, we are also faced with the very real and unexpected financial burden that comes with it. This fundraiser is being created to help cover," and then he doesn't include what. It just says, "Anne gave so much of herself to the world. Now we're asking for help to give back to her and to ensure her legacy is honored with the grace and respect she earned through a life of love, generosity, and hard work." Listen, if she didn't have enough money in her accounts to cover funeral expenses, okay. But why set a goal to raise $100,000? This is very bizarre to me, confusing. Her husband adds under How You Can Help, "If Anne ever made you smile, taught you something new, inspired your love of cooking, or gave you a moment of comfort or laughter, please consider honoring her memory with a donation. Every contribution, no matter the size, makes a meaningful difference for our family. Donate if you're able to. Your support means the world. Share. Please help us spread this campaign by sharing it with others who loved Anne. Remember, feel free to leave a message or memory of Anne here. Your stories bring comfort and connection during this difficult time. From the bottom of my heart, thank you. Anne's legacy lives on in all of us, in every meal shared, every lesson passed on, and every life she touched. With love and gratitude, Stuart Claxton and family. Listen, I'm going to be super honest. Her death was sudden and tragic, and she was just 55. Perhaps updating her will or even making a will was not a priority for her. It's possible that she died without a will. But the more likely scenario is that she had a will and did not amend it to include her husband. That is my guess, okay? I am just speculating. Her husband, I don't know his age, but if I had to guess, he is around her age. I did a search and couldn't come up with an actual age for her husband. However, he has a 20-year-old son. So let's say perhaps he's younger than Anne. He's somewhere in his 40s. Is it wrong to think this is just a money grab? He's upset, perhaps, that her family is getting any money in her will and he's not. So he's set up a GoFundMe for $100,000, which seems highly unnecessary and, I'll take it a step further, offensive. And Stuart is listed as the organizer for the GoFundMe. That's very important to note. It's possible that an impersonator set this GoFundMe up. The good news is that the fundraiser is donation protected, meaning if it ends up being that an impersonator did set this up, you can get your money back if you donate. However, I checked with GoFundMe. The only way to withdraw money from this fundraiser is by verifying the identity, meaning Stuart Claxton, her husband, if this is him, would have to provide his ID. That's the only way to get money. I would think a scammer would not use his name, because what's the point? You're not going to get the money without a valid ID. So the fact that this has his name, I am inclined to believe he set this up. And I just really want to know why. He didn't really answer why. And finally, my mentor on Worst Cooks, Celeb Edition, Rachael Ray, has broken her silence about her former co-star and friend's sudden passing. Rachael says, the news about Anne has truly shaken us. John, her husband, and I are heartbroken. I can't quite believe it. Such a strong, vibrant, fearless woman, so full of life and love, could be gone so soon. Anne was a rock star. I came to know her well through multiple seasons of Worst Cooks on Food Network, and she became so much more than a colleague. Anne honored me by asking me to be her bridesmaid, something I'd only done once before for my sister. Despite being surrounded by incredible chefs, she never once made me feel self-conscious about not being one. When we hosted Worst Cooks together, we had the most incredible laughs. She even cooked for me and my guests at my wedding anniversary in Italy. Anne had great taste in music and in life. She was a force in the kitchen, in any room, in every life she touched. I'll miss her friendship deeply. Sad. All right, y'all. Thoughts on the this of it all? Let's discuss in the comment section.